And about 300,000 rent-stabilized tenants here in Manhattan would benefit from a rent freeze. The RGB is expected to vote on June 30th. Meanwhile, those who came here to rally tonight were telling me that the reason they came here is because of what they believe is the right thing to do.
Here to stay! Here to fight!
This rally Tuesday evening for rent-stabilized tenants wasn't just about rent.
Freeze the rent and end deportation.
I come from an immigrant household, and we're seeing just a lot of threats when it comes to housing, and there's a lot of uncertainty right now in the city, and I think that we need to protect immigrants.
According to the Rent Justice Coalition, about half of all units in Manhattan are rent stabilized, and many of the residents are working-class immigrants. Like Ha Jin-shi, who told us through a translator that as home care worker who lives in Chinatown with her husband, she struggles to pay her current rent. She worries she won't have a roof over her head if it goes up any higher.
Immigrants are 40% of New York City. Tenants are 70% of New York City.
Displacement for tenants will come if the rent continues to be increased in our communities.
The RGB heard testimonies from lifelong rent-stabilized residents and from elected officials.
I grew up in a rent-stabilized apartment. I live in Stuyvesant Town, which is one of the great rent-stabilized communities here in the city. And we are a community of middle-class New Yorkers who want to know that we're not going to have the mayor jack our rents up.
If approved, rent will increase between 3.75% and 7.75% more for 2-year leases, or 1.75% to 4.75% more for 1-year leases starting in October. Andrea is a Harlem resident and says her income is very limited.
I'm disabled and I'm on a fixed income, so if it goes up higher, I wouldn't know where I would get subsidy from, any subsidies, so I'm not sure.
And the RGB will be holding its next public hearing meeting on June 27th in Lower Manhattan. And once again, that is before the final vote, which is expected to happen on June 30th. From the Upper West Side, I'm Eliezer Marte, Pix 11 News.